All right, so the only thing left is that whenever we click on a pill, we are able to, remove that name. That is it. Now, I've left this one for this video only, so you can try to do it on your own. And the only tip I can give you, it's really simple code. It's just a couple lines of code. Don't overthink it. So try to do it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did it. And it's really simple. Whenever we click it, and that's the key, whenever we click, we need to do something. So we need to go to this pill and add an on-click, right? So again, I do click equals to remove name. All right. So now, whenever we remove name, we need to know which name we need to remove, right? So we need to instruct this function on which name we are clicking. And if you remember, we are adding an index, and this is the index of the array. So if this is 0, it means that we are clicking on the 0 position of the array. So if we pass the index, this function can go to names and find the 0 position on the index. Told you, don't overthink it. So okay, so I'm gonna go here and add the that remove name function. That method, actually, it's function method. That's okay. So remove name. So this remove name gets the index as an argument. So we're gonna enter this names, and I'm gonna use this plies, vanilla JavaScript. So index, I'm gonna of course pass the index, and I want to remove just one. All right, really simple. So reload, and then Steve, then Ron, and then I don't know. Oh, and I'm gonna leave it just like this. If I click on Ron, it's removing, of course, the button. It's fading. So let's go back to Ron and Francis. All right, I'm gonna check the loser, and the loser Steve. Start again, and everything is good. So all right, so the application is done. Took us like, I don't know, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but it's not a lot of time. And the application works, man. So it's really cool. So let me recap a little bit. We created a Vue instance, and along with the data, we are just adding all the information we need. The state is going to be the one that it's showing the screens, the first screen and the second screen. We are storing the name on input name, and whenever we add names, we store it on an array. And of course, we have a state that handles the errors. And at the end, if we do have a result, we get a random name, we're going to store it right here, right? Then we add the name to the list, so we can get the name, show errors. If the name it's not valid, we have the function valid. And of course, we are pushing the names into the array. So once that is done, we can click on show results if we have more than one name. The show results gets a random name, and then store everything it stores everything on the random, right? On the result from the random value. And of course, we set the state to false. Okay. And then if we want to reset it, we do this set state to go back to the original screen. And on the names, we are just resetting everything back to, the start of the application. Again, it's just so simple with Vue.js. It's just like with React or maybe Vue.js or Angular. Doing this gets every time, it gets easier every time. Back in the day, I've been kind of programming for like 10 years, maybe more. No, 10 years, a little bit less than 10 years. And we didn't have this kind of technologies, Vue. It was Backbone back in the day, but we had no chance to do something like this. So just to do something like this, I would have to spend at least a day. Yeah, just at least a day, maybe 8 hours of work, maybe a little bit less. And we did it in 20 minutes. So, this is one of the reasons, a very good reason to learn Vue.js or React or Angular, whatever it's good for you. Okay, That is good. So this is done. On the next section, on the next module, we're going to start uh, with like the pros. We're going to use Node.js and the CLI to install a new template of Vue.js. So the only thing you need to know right now is that you need to forget everything you know about Vue.js. All right, you need to forget all of this. Of course, this is very useful, but with Node.js and everything else, the template and the CLI and everything else, the process of making an app or a single page application, it changes radically. So yeah, so be ready. It's going to be a little bit confusing, but once you get it, you get the process of how to, start building everything. It's really, really simple. So get ready and let's go to the next module.